how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, what's the end goal? The end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society. They want a one-world government controlled by them. Everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip.
Let's just do it. 1, 2, 3. We are here. Look how Chris it is. This is 1080p. It's Rise Above. It's Friday night. I'm already losing my voice. Holy shit. My name is Double LMC. Welcome to the Rise Above HQ. It's Friday night. It can mean only one thing. The first thing I've got to do is say hello to my co-star, my left-hand man, Mr. Andy PG.
Friday night, yo. Rise Above, baby. How's it going, everyone?
Mate, look how sick it looks.
Mate,
1080p.
looks really cool.
Right, comment section. We've already got 64 people in. Does it look better?
People
Please
be
let us know.
waiting for this.
Yeah, I've upgraded £50 a month for this 1080p business. 720 wasn't cutting it. It just wasn't cutting it. High definition. Big up the Bristol crew. Kedawami. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
You sounding raspy tonight, Lance.
One sec. Let me clear my throat.
There we
Do you know
go.
what? It was my my appointment with the Soviet Union today. I really had to clear my throat at them. Anyway, that's another story. We'll come on to that soon. So, guys, as you know, you are in the right place. When the Soviet Union takes away your life and there's nothing else to do on a Friday night, what else are you going to do? You can't go to the pub. You can't go to the bingo.
You just got to rise above, yo.
You just got to rise above, turn on the computer and tune in. Big up everyone that is in the comment section. Big up Sensei Lee. Hang tight, Inner Guardians. I've been sharing a lot of your work. Very important work from Sensei Lee at the Off-Grid Dojo. Big up Inner Guardians. Hang tight, everyone else. All our regular
70 people watching.
Lee Good, 70 people already. We're breaking records. It's this 1080p stream. Believe
Don't
me.
forget, guys, share it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's get some more people in.
Hang tight, Ryman the writer. Big up Andy Pandy. All of our regulars. All the Rise Above family.
All the regulars.
Richard Elvis. How you? Fluid Poor Patriot. How you doing over in the USA, mate? Sorry to hear about your strikes and your bans. Anyone that's online that's telling the truth is getting taken down. We all know it. Kedawami, how you doing? Big up the Rastafari crew. Big up the Bristol man then. What's popping? Alicia, Casey, Carnage. Too many to mention. And we've got loads and loads of new viewers as well. Before we get started, before we get down to anything, I need to point out we are broadcasting right now on Double LMC channel and on Rise Above Live.
For now.
Some people are watching on mobile devices. Some people are watching on desktop computers. Some people are watching on smart TVs.
Some people watching on Schwab TVs.
If you're watching on a smart TV, big up yourself. However, you're missing out. We have a comment section and we've got some amazing people in the comment section. Look at Lee
Best
Gould.
part of the show.
Welcome to the Soviet Union. Anyone can get involved in this comment section. It's totally interactive, right? All you need to do is have your smartphone, your tablet, logged into YouTube. You can send in shouts, you can make requests, you can ask us questions, you can take the piss out of us, you can have a massive rabbit hole assault course with other people in the comment section.
Hell, you can do a full presentation.
Yeah, or you could just come up and do a presentation later on. Oh my
Bang, bang,
God.
bang.
We have got a guest tonight, one of our most intrepid viewers, Wolfie, the Executioner. He's not just a badass on Facebook who I farm most of his posts every week and show him to you. I try and give him credit. But some of the things that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, I think he's going to come in and really put the icing on top of the cake.
He's got a lot of imagery, which Lance has been sharing on our little Rise Above.
I've been giving you little tasters.
Yeah, we've had a few. Look at the background for the show.
Fluid Poor Patriot, I
Tonight.
wish I could smoke one with you, double NMC. Fluid Poor Patriot, I will smoke one with you over the airwaves. I bet you've still got better stuff over that side of the pond than we have. Big up Captain Buffton in the background.
Salute.
The rise above crew.
We've got our Coviet
yeah, we've
missile
got
launchers there.
the missile
back.
silos, yeah.
From,
I tell you what, it's a bit rude. We better invite old
yeah, let's get word nerd
the spoken
involved.
word nerd. How you doing,
Let's
mate?
get him in.
You quiet.
You're quiet. No audio, sir.
Oh, hang on.
There we go.
Down.
There it is.
Like my fancy little.
The audio was
mic
perfect when we're testing. The audio was perfect. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of this backdrop because we don't want to ruin
So you know, if you have any nonsense, it's the union. Good evening, fellas. Everyone in the comments.
Rocking the aviators this evening.
I am. I have had no sleep, but if I'm brave, I'll take them off later.
Of course you haven't.
So let's, before we get on to anything else, we had a little meet up earlier on, didn't we, spoken word nerd?
We did
you get my
indeed.
YouTube
A
over
very
it?
little meet up.
Yeah, because although I can't properly talk about one sec, let me switch the channels.
What's up?
Although I
Patriot?
can't talk
Good to
about
see you.
it.
What's up, everyone? Yes, mate. Yes.
Fluid Poor Patriot are one of our first guests after spoken word nerd. So yeah,
He was the first guest to interact live.
our
on the,
first jumping guest on the
sure.
stream. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry, Lance. you were saying.
everyone knows, or most people know, that the back end of last year, I had an altercation with the forces of the Soviet Union. They struck down on me hard, and I've been in limbo for 4 months. And I had a meeting with them today. I had to drive for 200 miles to meet the Soviet Union, pick up a piece of paper, and go back. I can't tell you the details, but here's a video where let me just do a little screen share. Share the screen. Screen share with audio. This one, screen share. Yeah, baby. Here it was. Here we hit.
Spoken word nerd. As many of you know, Lance, the double LMC, has had an appointment with the Soviet Union today. So I'm just here looking after his comms. And obviously we haven't been able to say too much because he's been on bail for several months. However, he has had his appointment with the Soviet Union today, and I'm expecting him any minute. So we should be able to get a lowdown on what's been on. So big up everyone who's been supporting. We may need more of your support yet. Let's see. It's a beautiful day here in the southwest. And hang on, who's this? I'm sure I recognise that one. Here we have him. Lance the double LMC. Rise above, baby. Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it? Right. How's it going? Let me flip the camera around.
So the appointment with the Soviet Union has happened. I've got a court date. I'd love to tell you what this is about, guys. I'd love to tell you the ludicrous reasons why I'm going to court, the stupid charges I'm on. But thanks to Word Nerd for being the Defence Secretary today, looking after my comms device. Don't want the Soviet Union to get hold of the comms device. So yeah, 7-hour round trip today just to be told I've got to come back to court. Turn that down. But guys, tell you what, big stream tonight, 7 p.m. Tune in. We've got a wicked guest, Wolfie the Executioner. We've got Spoken Word Nerd, Magix, Andy, and it's a 1080p stream this week. We've upgraded the stream.
That's it.
Yeah. So rise above. My ongoing battle with the Soviet Union goes on. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll tell you more when I can, as I can. But until now, that's about it. Guys, see you later. 6 o'clock on Rise Above Live. Rise above.
Rise above.
Amateurs, we're like, how'd you turn the camera off? So yeah, thanks very much for coming and helping me today, Word Nerd, because I had no idea whether I was going to be taken into custody again, whether I was going to be in a cell tonight. But luckily I wasn't. I've got to go back and
Back in time for the show.
yeah, I got back in time for the show. Just about.
Was it 7-hour round trip?
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. Thanks
Yeah,
for that.
and they still didn't give my equipment back. I still didn't get my camera back.
Big up Magix in the chat there.
Particularly annoying. Oh, where's Magic? Magic's in the
He's in the
chat.
chat.
It's a good job I've got the beard and you've got the hair. Otherwise, we'd look like a Furby between us.
I'm looking in the comment section and someone just put Godvag. Where is I want Godvag. Well, it's not called that. This person who we keep talking about,
Hour.
Goj Vlamst is his real name. We call him God Vag. Mila, we will be talking about our favourite YouTube creators later on. But
He's put a new video out.
No.
No. You've seen the latest.
Oh,
I mean, he's releasing about one every month. But yeah, he has got a new one up recently. So if people haven't checked out in the last sort of 3 weeks,
and the funny thing is, right, people are already still discussing the correct pronunciation and spelling. And
he's Flemish, guys.
As legal says, Vag is the correct spelling.
Yeah,
he spells it wrong.
Right.
By the way, I'll tell you something. I was watching one of John Levy's new videos last night, and he was referencing the Vag,
the creator theory.
He called him by his real name.
Nice.
You know what his name is?
Go on.
Wim,
like
Wim Hof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flemish. Flemish YouTuber.
Little tidbit of information. The God Vag's real name is Wim.
Hats off, respect to Wim.
Wim. Yeah. Okay. So where were we? So yeah, that's what me and Spoken Word Nerd got up to today. I didn't know if I was going to make it back in time for the show. Because 3.5 hours to the police station. How
long were you actually in there?
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minute course.
Woman gave me a bit of paper. She said, "What do you think of that?" I said, "That's absolutely bogus." She goes, "Would you want me to write that down?" I said, "No, write it down." I said, "That's some Coviot bullshit." I said, "Will you sign it?" I said, "Will I fuck? I'm not signing that." And then I walked out.
Right.
I'd love to tell you what this stupid bit of paper they gave me says, but I could get myself in serious trouble.
Right, yeah, no, let's leave that.
Do you know what I really wanted to do? I wanted to pick up my recording equipment, which they confiscated from me and Word Nerds, and on the show right here, right now, I would be showing you that exclusive footage.
If you haven't already seen it, guys.
Well, no one's seen this footage. This is the footage from my body camera on the day.
Ah, right, I gotcha.
See, I can't even say what I did.
Careful.
Right. Okay. Right, so that's what we got up to today.
To be continued, guys.
To be continued. So, as always, let's get down to business. This is Rise Above, and as we have sort of already worked out now, on the show every Friday, the method, the medium which governs the narrative is a slideshow, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
A picture
That's
show.
how we do it.
So, where is the
meme presentation?
A meme presentation. Okay, so let me just go back up to the top here.
Show number 15 today, guys.
Yeah, show number 15.
15 weeks we've been doing this for.
15 weeks. Crazy. I remember our first stream. About 50 people tuned in, shouting at the crappiest webcam. Now we've got a whole platform. Look how many things we've got down here. We've got guests, we've got videos, we've got a whole family, we've got t-shirts, everything. Fluid Poor Patriot, don't slip at double LMC. Don't slip.
Well, I mean, it's good advice for anyone.
That's the standard good advice. So this is this week's show. Coming up soon, at roughly 8 o'clock, Wolfie the Executioner is going to be doing us a slideshow linking in so many of these weird, crazy, esoteric topics that we've been dancing around for weeks. And trust me, I'm not just saying that. I know I say it every week. We always go a little bit deeper into the same subjects. It's going to happen. Watch. So that's coming up a bit later. T-shirts. Guys, I have only a small amount of the original Rise Above t-shirts left for sale before I reorder. Hold on.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, different sizes are available, colours.
Right. As you know, Rise Above is non-profit. Although I'm spending lots of money on Rise Above, we don't make any profit. We sold a few t-shirts, right? The t-shirts I have left before I reorder, and there's going to be new designs coming, we've got every size from small to extra large, all in white and a couple of black, yeah? If anybody wants one of these t-shirts, I'm going to do them a special tonight at £15 each. I want to clear these ones because I want to get all the new designs. I want to get the memes on there. But listen, these are not normal t-shirts. Andy, tell them that these are not normal t-shirts.
Yeah, these are good t-shirts, guys. This is good quality material. This isn't from China. There's nothing from China here.
Right, you see when you get a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt, you get a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt, the collar gets stretched out and it feels cack.
It's only got a few washes.
You wash it. What happens after you wash one of those t-shirts? It's not the same t-shirt.
Bobbly.
Those t-shirts with a design on the front, they crease, they come apart. When you buy a Rise Above t-shirt, guys, and let me just move the camera down a little bit. The Rise Above t-shirt is like 20%, 20% of that stretchy material. It's the nice breathable material. It's like the muscle fit t-shirt, but not like the too skinny one. These are quality t-shirts. Look at the design. And look what we've got coming forward. We've got the new design too. Look at this. I'll sign them. Buff, if people want me to sign them, I'll
Buff
sign
just
them.
said, are we going to sign? Yeah, let's sign them.
I sign the bag that they go in. I sign the bag that they go in. Maybe they will be worth money, but this is
Especially
what it
if you
is,
get
right?
knocked off by the Soviet Union.
So far, there's about 50 to 60 people sporting these T-shirts around the world. Okay, mostly in the UK, there's a few in the other countries. Let's face it, the T-shirts look nice. They're a cool design.
Yeah.
We like them. But you know what these T-shirts are? They're a symbol. When you wear a Rise Above T-shirt, do you know what it says? It says
you're resisting.
It says, I know. When you walk down the street with a Rise Above T-shirt on and someone sees that Rise Above T-shirt and they're not just in the mind frame, that's a cool design. I've never seen it before. I don't know what it means, but that's a cool design. If it's not that person, if that person understands what Rise Above is, they're going to go, shit, see that guy over there? The guy with the Rise Above T-shirt? He knows. And I reckon there will be a point in time when the Soviet Union, Lord Schwab's plans, the Greater Reset, I truly believe there will be a period in time where we can look back on those places in disdain. Fluid Poor Patriot, where can I buy a Rise Above T-shirt? At the moment, you can only get them by messaging me and doing PayPal or a bank transfer. We're trying to set up an internet shop so that I don't have to literally get messages, send them out. Fluid Poor Patriot, message me on Instagram, Facebook, or Telegram, and I'll send you one. But guys, Rise Above T-shirts, they look decent. They raise money for the show.
New designs on the way.
New designs on the way. And when you walk down the street, you want to be the person. What's that T-shirt that dude's got? What do you mean? Do you know what that T-shirt means? Do you know what show that guy's been watching? Do you know what show that girl's been watching? They're not on the same level of understanding as everyone else. They watch Rise Above.
They're not slaves.
They're not slaves. Yeah. So guys, let me just put the banner on as well, because this is a non-profit show. I don't ask for money. I never will make it a subscription. The show will always be free, but we are starting to incur costs. Yeah. So we're going to get to a point where we need to start getting some revenue to keep on giving you this high quality show. Because now that we're 1080p, this costs £50 a month. £40 a month for the stream. £30 a month for my Adobe for making the videos. So we're on £70 a month already. So we've got some operating costs. And I want to keep making Rise Above bigger and better. I don't want to make money out of it. I just want to provide the best show I can for you. So I'm going to ask a question. Viewers, if you're listening, how would you guys feel if we investigated a portal, a program, a facility where you could, I don't like the word donate. I don't know. Is donate the right word?
Well, it is what it is.
Donate.
It's a donation.
Donations. People say that Patreon has a bad reputation and it doesn't work so well. Forget Patreon. How would you do? Okay, Work Realist. We thought about this. Do a GoFundMe. I thought this was an okay idea. Some people said it had bad optics. But at the end of the day, if I put on there, Rise Above is a non-for-profit media station. It has pure transparency. All profits go back into the station. If you want to fund this station, I think GoFundMe is all right.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think maybe we should. And hey, guys,
that would be there's no, Patreon discrepancy about if we're getting all the money and all that kind of jazz.
Well, I know that Patreon take a bit. I mean, they're all going to take their cut. The important thing is that the money that we get, we'll show you how much we got on the screen. And when we buy something new for the show, you know what it's got. We're not just going to spend it all on Schwab dust and champagne,
Schwab dust and champs.
I might spend some of it on champs. Okay, right. So yeah, we'll have the new design Rise Above Live, original Rise Above design, and I'm also going to be putting some of Virus Man's memes on there. I reckon we'll start with the Greta Reset. Thing is,
it's got to be. That's got to be.
We've got to get rid of Virus Man again. He's disappeared. Don't know what's happened to him. R.I.P. Virus Man. Okay, so same old story for the last 3 weeks. We are currently on both channels. Guys, if you are not watching on Rise Above, we're going to be switching over to Rise Above.
You're going to lose us, guys.
So I had some complaints last week. People were watching on Double LMC, and when we ended the stream, they couldn't find the new one. The link for Rise Above Live is in the stream. Rise Above Live has enough views now, you can search it. So please, before I get Wolfie Executioner on, because he'll instantly get us banned, I will be switching over. Telegram. Don't forget about the Telegram. Rise Above Official. Telegram's a monster, mate. Have you
live interaction?
Have you looked in our Telegram
It's
group?
mental, mate.
It's mental. I can't keep up with it. I write a post, I drop something, and there's like about 100 people going boom, 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 boom.
Just rabbit holes constantly.
Okay, Lee Gold, can you put a link for your contacts? I will. Here you go, Lee. I'm going to put Instagram is the best way because I don't get many messages on there and they don't get lost. 1 sec.
I'm just looking at some of the comments on the Rise Above Telegram page, and it's mental.
Yeah, so Rise Above t-shirts.
Some great memes as
Go
well.
on Instagram, _L_MC. I accept bank transfers, PayPal, and I've even got a debit card machine, so you can call me up and pay with a debit card. And t-shirts are 20. T-shirts tonight are £15. These are £15 to go. They're normally 20, and then when we got rid of them, we will be getting new designs. Mate, can we not PayPal you as friends and family? Yes, you can. Yes, thank you. Good point. Who that? If anyone uses PayPal, please send it to me, friends and family, because we are friends and family. I'm not going to stitch you up. I'm not going to not send you a t-shirt. You don't need that protection because otherwise PayPal will take it and give it to Elon Musk. It's just not fair.
And let's be honest,
Debit card
he
machine.
doesn't need it.
Yeah, well, you want to see my debit card machine? Where is it?
Daisy Root says, please can you make Rise Above hoodies?
Yes, Rise Above hoodies are coming next. Rise Above hoodies are
Gotta be
coming
on the
next.
agenda at some point.
Yeah, by next week we will have an actual payment portal where you can go on the website, you can look at what colours we've got, you can just press click and send it, and it'll be so much better. We're just in that little setup period now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's getting serious, though.
It's getting serious
Good.
though.
We like it.
How's everyone feeling? Are you enjoying the show so far?
111 people watching. 111.
Boom, boom, boom. 23 minutes
Excellent.
in. At the end of the day, right now, we're just doing the admin. This is just the admin, okay? We've got to get the admin out of the way. Right, so riseabove.news. Don't forget about riseabove.news. That's where the t-shirt sales will be.
Don't forget, guys, we're gonna drop out of the Rise Above page soon.
I reckon we'll drop out when we get to Wolfie.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let me just before we start doing the slideshow, I think we need to share that particular video, and we've got a new way of sharing videos this week.
Yeah, it's all changing. It's all upgrading, guys, week
Here
by
we go.
week.
No double play videos. If this video plays twice, I'm gonna literally headbutt the computer. Right, it's Soviet Union time. Let's go.
Boom.
Boom, the Soviet Union. So when we're in the Soviet Union, we might as well change the colours because we've got them all ready to go. There we go. And then we go up here. We also change it to the
Looks
Soviet
pretty
Union.
Soviet to me.
Yeah, it's pretty Soviet. Then we change the banner for the Soviet message. If I'm not mistaken, it's something like this. Welcome to the Soviet Union, comrades. Stay isolated, keep vigilant, inform on your friends and family, win fabulous prizes.
Stay silent.
Stay silent, never question the science, you stupid peasant.
It's settled, guys. The science is settled. Okay, that's it.
The science is
There'll
settled.
be no questioning
Okay,
Dr.
right.
Fauci
So,
and his Chinese friends.
where's Word Nerd gone?
Oh, he dropped out.
Oh, what a
When-
surprise.
When we
what
had
a surprise.
111 people watching, actually, when I said that, he dropped out.
Okay, right. So, the weekly meme picture show brought to you by Greta. Latest news from the Soviet Union. This is one of the best bit of
So I've been seeing these.
anti-Soviet propaganda I've seen for a while, mate.
I've been
This
seeing
impressed
these
me.
these NHS advertisements on bus stops and stuff like that all around our local town. And yeah, this is like an anti NHS propaganda.
Look him in the eyes. Tell him he's got bacterial pneumonia from wearing a mask at work 5 days a week because he was made to believe there was a deadly virus and not wearing the face mask would not protect him and others. Tell him how the government manipulated the statistics, misrepresented them to create fear and panic. It's good. It is good. Do you know what? Evelyn says to me every time one of these come on the TV?
Go on.
She goes, look him in the eyes and tell him that making Rise Above was worth it. You tell him it was worth going to those protests. Shut up. It was worth it. I don't believe in propaganda. This is disgusting. Who's falling for this? I say who's falling for it. Everyone is.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you're killing everyone. Absolute murderers.
Fear porn, that's it.
Yeah, Lee Boy G. Fear porn propaganda. Absolute
That's all it is.
dirtbags. Absolute dirtbags. What else is there? Okay, this was good.
Everyone's been sharing this, yeah.
Everyone's sharing this. I think I got 150 shares on this, and I copied it off someone else. This pandemic is by far the most laughable, transparent psyop in history. If you can't generate at least a modicum of curiosity or skepticism about the situation by now, over 10 months in, you are basically an anchor on the human race, pulling it down into a genocidal abyss.
Wow.
I think that's actually
What else needs to be said? That's pretty.
I think I could have gone harder.
Yeah.
I could have gone harder than that. An anchor serves a purpose to a boat. An anchor actually serves a purpose.
Yes, this
they
is
are
true.
more like a gaping hole in the bottom of a ship, in my opinion.
That's dragging the ship to the abyss, genocidal abyss.
You know what, mate? I just can't get enough of this 1080p. Look how good we look.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Very crisp
You
indeed.
can see Buffed in the back there.
Yeah, you can see Buffed in the background. Right, what we got next?
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
This is great.
It's anal time.
The Schwab team. It's Whitty, it's Valance, it's Hancock, it's Johnson. It's anal time.
Look at Hancock. Look at that face. And that's Lord Potato Head
Do you know the
in
funny
his.
thing, Patrick Valance is like the most normal one out of all of them.
Yeah,
And that's really saying something.
yeah. Chris Whitty is just,
So
reptilian.
multiple masks. How many is this? One sec.
I count 7.
One
I'm
sec.
counting 7. I'm counting the strings.
Right, it's at least 7. At least 7.
Counting 7, potentially 8.
Who's that jumping back
So
in?
is that like a whole pack? Ridiculous, anyway.
Oh, who have we got down here?
I mean, what is this?
Oh, there he is. Look,
There's
we've
Word
got
Nerd. Yeah.
Word
Oh, we've
Nerd.
got multiple levels of.
Yeah, multiple levels. Word Nerd, how you doing?
It's all right. It's funny. I can game off this internet in a lobby with 145 people, but I can't live stream on a Friday night. It's funny that, isn't it?
Weird. Very weird.
Very weird.
What?
Yeah.
How many masks can you count here, Word Nerd?
I'm
Oh,
saying
she's got at
7,
least
8.
Yeah, at least 7. 1, 2. Wait, is it one string per mask? Yeah, 7, 8.
Yeah, I'm counting 7,
Yeah,
maybe
7.
8.
Not
Right.
enough. Not nearly enough. She's not nearly worried enough.
So just this person behind her, look, they haven't got any on. Look at that. If you look behind her, they haven't got one mask on.
unless that's his mask and he's disguised as an
How
Asian man.
inconsiderate. How inconsiderate.
Interesting. I promise you,
Yeah, I
Mr.
often
Gates,
wonder if these are real or if
the
they're
last
fucking with us,
independent
like, hey, love,
business
put-
is in
put
my
8
sight.
masks
Sorry,
on.
word that.
Sorry, mate. I'm just wondering if they're fucking with us at this point. Like, here, love, put 8 masks on. We'll pay you 50 quid, and it'll really fuck with all the truthers. It's going to drive them crazy because it's like, are people really strapping?
Just baiting us.
I wonder. We're in the
Mask
twilight
bait.
zone now.
The most poignant comment I heard was from Lee of In the Guardians. And many people have said it since. He's the first person to say it. He's saying, okay, you've seen how mask zealots tell non-mask wearers that you are irresponsible, you're murdering my whole family.
Yep.
Are we now going to have a pecking order of double maskers
Ah, yes.
doing it to single maskers?
Have
And
you
then
read
are we
the
going to have
speeches?
triple maskers like going down the pecking order?
Because they haven't got enough
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
was
sneakers.
it 2 weeks ago? I had that meme. Put on some more mask, bigots. You're killing my granny.
Yep.
And they were like 6 masks on.
But I mean, you know, where's the line? Where do you draw the line?
I'm not sure
Bane
I've ever
mask.
said this before. I had a big, long, drawn-out conversation. I've got a friend who may be watching. He watched the other week. Tim. He's a paramedic. I met him at a combat sports show, and we had an amazing chat the first time we met. He doesn't agree with a lot of things I say, but he finds me very interesting, and we chat a lot. And and he was watching the show, and he found it very interesting about the whole sort of are we being asked to wear masks? You know, he's a health professional, he's asking questions, but still has to sit on the fence. And it's like, well, you know, 2 masks would provide more than one, would it? But like, you know, people that from our side of the fence, it's like the whole idea of having this No, this is what I was going to say. This is why I brought him up. Let me say this. He said to me, if you never wear a mask, how do you get in anywhere nowadays? I just say I'm exempt. He goes, what? So you lie and say that you're sick? I said to him, I said, I have no problem lying and pretending to be disabled because people do that every day to get free houses and money. I've got no problem doing it to breathe fresh air. I know that's an edgy comment, but I stand by that 100%. And he goes, well, you're saying that the government is lying about it, but you're lying about it as well. You're lying and pretending you're sick to not wear a mask.
Yeah, sure.
And I thought about it for a moment, and I thought, well, yeah, he has got a point. But at the end of the day, in an age of universal deceit, if telling the truth is a revolutionary act, which will now not just get you shunned out of a shop, it will get you a £200 fine.
Absolutely.
You do have to. You actually have to lie.
Yeah.
But then someone came up and they actually went right into the UK Equalities Act. And do you know what the UK Equality Act actually says?
Go on.
If putting on a mask causes you distress, you are exempt. So I
It's on
said
the
to
government
myself,
website too.
well, taking part in a dark occult ritual, which I know is designed to damage my health, makes me distressed. I'm exempt.
That distresses me.
Yeah, I'm very distressed.
Yeah.
I'm exempt. But let's take it one step further. If this was a super duper bad killer virus that really had killed 100,000 people, the worst pandemic since whenever, and masks were the best way to stop it from happening, do you really think it would be so easy for someone like me just to say I'm exempt?
Exactly.
Not
So
in a million years.
they wouldn't have it. You wouldn't have that.
Not in a million years would there be a get out clause that easy.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know if this is true, lads, because the laws need to be looked at really carefully. But I had a page going round on an email list recently that was saying there's no risk assessments been carried out by any of these supermarkets or any of these shops in order to be even suggesting that people put masks on, unless they've done an individual risk assessment for the risk of every individual person. But I don't know the law.
Well, there's also the bioethics law, which like supersedes human rights, which basically say it is illegal for anyone to force another person to take any kind of medical treatment, whether it is a prophylactic, a preventative, a virus.
Right.
It's illegal. You
The
cannot
glorious,
force
yeah,
anyone to take medical treatment they don't want to.
I think that he's
So-
looking into as well. Yeah, it goes back to Nuremberg. I
Yeah,
believe.
no, that's
But-
where it's
Sure.
from.
Yeah, sure.
That is where it's
Because they
from,
were doing,
Nuremberg.
the Nazis were doing all the experiments on the Jewish community, doing horrific fucking experiments from
Well, I think it was actually
the
Wolfie.
mainstream narrative.
I think
anyway.
it was our guest later on, Wolfie, who showed a picture of Guantanamo Bay when some of the first people in Guantanamo Bay were forced to wear masks for an entire year.
Right.
That was their punishment. Kedawame says, my
Right.
mate is on the way to suing an establishment for questioning him and asking him to provide proof. I know someone that got £7,000 the other day.
Really?
£7,000 payout happening.
From who?
Yeah.
From where?
A shop discriminated him.
What
Yep.
Refused service with no mask.
Was this a small single shop or like a?
I would
mainstream-
I don't know. I would like to think it was a big chain that they would
Yeah.
have done that to a small shop. I'd like to think that anyway.
think-
So
I had to explain this just today, lads, to someone, which says you can ask me if I'm exempt. Anyone can ask a question. That's not against the law. Although
there he
Sorry.
goes.
sorry, word nerd. All right, we'll carry on. Okay, so next up, Boris. Might sound like a joke, but it's true. I promise you, Mr. Gates, the last independent business is in my sights. People say, when is the lockdown going to finish? Someone said to me last week, when the only place you'll be able to buy is Tesco's and Amazon.
I mean,
that's when it'll
this
be
should
finished.
say, I promise you, Mr. Schwab.
Yeah,
It should say Mr. Schwab.
yeah, or it should say Mr. Gates. The last unvaccinated
Yeah.
pensioner is in sight.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go and get my bottle.
But absolutely, this would be very fitting. Oh, we got word nerd back from the looks of it. Here he is. Let's just get him in.
Not tonight. Where
Well,
did I
no,
get
there you
cut
go,
off?
mate. Yeah, what were you saying, mate? You can't take it away, sir.
I was saying that you can ask a question. Anyone can ask a question, although it might be rude to do so. But as soon as you cross that threshold and say you need to demand ID, which people have got the idea through the government that that's the right thing to do and what they should do, you have broken the law against the Disability Discrimination Act, even just simply asking to provide ID, because the vulnerable are not supposed to have to identify themselves. It's against
Sure,
the
because
law.
it's discriminatory.
Yeah, and could potentially be used, nefariously, and it's just bad practice anyway.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
even just asking the question, as soon as you cross that threshold, I had to explain this to someone today. You can ask me if I'm exempt, but just because you don't like my answer or because you don't like that I haven't printed the card out that anyone can do from the website, which I'm not obliged to do, you can't ask me to prove it. He said, why? Why are you exempt? I said, well, what do you want to know? You want to know what ails me? That's none of your business. Well, I have to
mean, the
explain that
whole,
now every time I shop.
The whole point is that the people are, it is discriminatory to ask to provide anyone apart from a doctor with your any kind of medical records, isn't it? You shouldn't have to do that.
The
So
best
people-
one I heard the other day was
I have one
a policeman
on.
said, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" And they said, "You are not qualified to ask that question, let alone explain, let alone understand the answer."
Wow, yeah, brilliant. But that is it. That really is it. You're not qualified to
That is
ask
it.
that
And
question.
let's be real. There's a whole bunch of people for all sorts of
It's
reasons.
like me walking up to a car that's got
autism,
its
people
engine
who have
open and
suffered
there's
abuse.
smoke
There's
bladder
all
and
sorts of
habit.
reasons not to
And
wear
there's
a
a
mask
mechanic there.
that you're
And I
not
go
going
up
to
to the
explain.
mechanic. Oh,
Sorry, we're talking
yeah,
over each
what
other.
have you found? Oh, sorry.
We had a bit
Sorry,
of
mate, I think
overlap
that's-
in there, boys.
Sorry, mate, I didn't have my
Toby-
earphones in. How rude.
Oh, is that what it was? COVID
Yeah,
interference.
go on. Word no. What were we saying?
I was just saying there's all sorts of legitimate reasons, if we're being real, that a person would not want to wear a mask. There's abuse issues, there's issues of autism and stuff like that, and it's not stuff you want to have to explain to every nosy Parker
Every time you go in a
who's
store.
presumptively asking you why are you exempt, and present this card and show that you have some vulnerability. I mean, it's totally inappropriate, to be
it's
honest.
like I said
If we're also
to
worried about
you,
each other, this is gone. This social
it's like I
fabric.
said
Go
to
on, Andy.
Human Vibration when we had her on the show. I said it reminds me of this little yellow sunflower that we have on our Langlards in the UK to show that we're exempt. It's got a yellow sunflower on it. It's no different to a gold star for the
know
for
where
the
you're going
Jews
with it,
in,
yeah.
in Nazi
I've had
Germany.
several people make that comparison just out of sheer come on, do I have to identify my? I felt like writing I have X and writing my medical conditions on my T-shirt. I'm exempt just to get people to leave me alone and walk around the supermarket. Because people, I've had so many people that were not satisfied until I told them what was wrong with me, and then they backed right off and they go, oh, okay. Most of the time, I've had 3 tell me they still didn't care and that I should still be wearing one.
Really?
Yeah. Usually the older guys.
Yeah. That's it. Sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
if
mean,
we're,
I'm
if we're all
every
worried
time
about
I
each
go
other,
to
then
the
why aren't we,
supermarket,
Go on, Andy.
I always get asked. They always ask me, "Have you got a mask?" And I'll just say no and walk off. But a few times that they have kind of followed me and so
But
I had
that's
the
like it's
store
happening
manager
in the
come up
same
to me.
supermarket. Like, surely after the first time, you can assume that person either is exempt or is not going to wear one, and you can't prove they're exempt,
Sure.
and you're not allowed to legally ask. So you have to have
Sure.
some faith in just humanity at that point, rather than just being a dick. And it seems that most people, or a lot of people, sorry, without writing everyone off, a lot of people are just choosing to be rude. I've had to explain so many times that it's, I'm built for this kind of stuff, and it not only upsets me, but it's testing my bloody patience as well. To be honest,
Lance is just pouring himself a glass of bubbly there. By the
people who are exempt don't get through whatever it is that ails them by having to explain it to everyone and strangers 3 times a week. And some people are actually beyond capacity to do that.
Yeah, precisely.
So, God knows how they're coping.
Depending on what ails them.
Yeah, if it's autism, you'd be having a nightmare if you're not able to communicate properly at the best of times. If you're on that side
I
of the
said to
spectrum,
someone,
you know, it's yeah, it's a nightmare. Sorry, go on. lads.
The best one I ever said was this was like before. I'm a bit embarrassed that I've had to start wearing that stupid red thing that says mask free. I just couldn't deal with all the conflict, especially because I'm on bail. The last one about 3 weeks ago, the guy said to me, I said, "Look, listen, mate, I'm exempt, and that's all you need to know." He goes, "I have got the power to ask you to leave." I said, "Listen, mate, I'm going to talk to you about it." And I said, "Let's go over here." I said, "I don't have to tell you why I'm exempt," but I said, "Have you?" I said, "Have you ever been a victim of a really violent attack?" He's like, "No." I said, "Have you ever been a victim of a really violent attack in your house, a break-in?" He's like, "No." I said, "Have you ever been a victim of a really violent attack, a break-in in your house in the middle of the night, where a number of masked men come into your house, tie you up, bound, gag you, and put a sack over your head and leave you tied up for 48 hours on your own? Has that ever happened to you?" He said, "No."
Boom.
And he's I said, "Yeah." And the guy just turned white.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, I don't. That didn't happen to me. And please, if that has happened, no, I'm just saying that's a perfectly.
I know, I was waiting for that.
I will give you my second favourite one. That's if the person's a bit rude. If the person's not so rude, this is what I say. I say, "I'm exempt," and if they say, "Why are you exempt?" I say, "Well, it's a good one. I'm on the autism spectrum. It's not like a bad autism where I'm scared of going out in public. It's a good autism where I have some, the good thing about my autism, I've got really high IQ, so it allows me the benefit of knowing that it's a really bad idea for healthy people to wear masks. I worked that out in 2 weeks. But even if I didn't have autism, I certainly wouldn't wear one of those because it's fucking stupid." I said that to someone as well once.
What are they going to do?
I just got tired of. I've got tired of it. I've got tired of the conflict. I've got tired of being threatened to throw shops because these people don't know the law.
So what are you doing about it? What's your red thing?
I don't wear a sunflower pass, but I've got like a lanyard that's red and it just says mask free.
Right.
I don't have a card, but I'm going to make my own card that just says I rise above disabilities.
Yeah, nice.
It'll be a rise above exemption card. If anybody wants one, I'll start selling them. Not at a profit. It will literally be the rise above symbol. I do not wear masks. Please don't ask. Rise above. That's it. Buffton's going to start printing this one now.
We'll have one by the end of the show, guys.
And then all you need, if you have the lanyard that just says no masks on it, it'll just say rise above. Just fuck off. Yeah. Listen, I'm rise above. Just fuck off. I don't do that.
No, I'm not participating. Anyway, guys, moving on.
They're laughing at us. After the vaccine, I told them to triple mask. And then I said, bend over for the anal swab. Drop your trousers, bend over, close your eyes, and think of the Soviet Union.
It's coming. Nanotech. This is a great one. Look at this. Look at this. Just, she's trying to take care of her lungs.
So smoking a cigarette, we know how bad smoking a cigarette is. Imagine, I used to be told how bad it is to smoke pot out of plastic bongs. Imagine cigarette smoke corrosing the inside of that plastic visor.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, how many different toxins do you want? Wolfie the executioner is here. He's running late. Wolfie, if you're ready to jump in and you want to join the chat, bro, you join in. You can
have your presentation ready.
Hold your horses. Bro. You can get your presentation ready. We're easy. We're ready for you, Wolfie. We're ready.
We're good. We're just having a chat.
Jarbulon is ready. Right.
Jarbulon.
So, what was I saying a second ago?
Actually, can I just interject before we go any further?
No.
While you were out the room.
No interjections.
While you were out the room.
Go on.
One in the comments, I think it was Robert Thane. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Robert Thane.
If you go up a little bit.
Big comments from Robert Thane.
If you go up a little bit. Yeah. Think a little bit more. He's actually put, because we were talking about Guantanamo Bay.
Larry Gallus.
And things like that.
Dan Gage.
He's actually said that Guantanamo Bay was never a prison. There was never a prisoner there. There never was, and there never will be. So that was a very interesting comment.
I'd like him to expand on
that. Exactly. Yeah, I thought that was a very interesting one. And then you pull about this Guantanamo Bay prisoners.
Yeah. Friendly reminder, Guantanamo Bay prisoners were forced to wear cloth masks over their mouth and noses 27 as torture devices and bags over their heads. They didn't know if it's night or day, and ear defenders. So they're silent, dark, Total. That's MK Ultra. That's sensory deprivation.
I heard
Well,
that.
that's a good comment. Nice. Hello, nice. Welcome to Rise Above. New viewer.
Smokers are not dying from COVID-19.
I saw someone on my Facebook. They go, this is about 6 months ago. They said they weren't a big truther. They weren't someone that speaks out. They're a total average Joe. They go, do you know what? I've just had COVID-19. It's total bollocks. Do you know why? I'm 20 stone. I smoke 40 fags a day and an eighth of green every single day. I've had bronchitis, loads of different. He goes, if just common cold didn't touch me. He goes, on paper, I should be dead. Imagine smoking 40 cigarettes and an eighth of green.
I mean, that's a lot. I smoke about an eighth of green a day, but I don't.
And the rest.
I don't.
Yeah, but 40 cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't smoke tobacco. No.
Jesus Christ. I used to know someone that made a spliff. They'd get an entire Super King cigarette and they'd put a tenth of pot in one spliff.
Wow. I mean, I used to smoke cigarettes.
They're not with us anymore. They're
No,
sadly not with us anymore.
So Robert Thane, here he is. He's in the
Robert
comments.
Thane,
Robert
one of our
Thane,
big
can you
boys.
expand on your comment earlier that I saw in the chat about the Guantanamo Bay? There was never any prisoners in Guantanamo Bay.
Right, we'll get that up. Right.
That's a
What is it called? Miles Mattis website. We'll get that up for later. Miles Mattis.
If that's true, then I really wasted some campaign time there, Robert. So I'm quite curious.
Hey, we haven't got to the bottom of it yet. It could be used for something else. Don't forget, Wolfie the Executioner is coming up soon. He is one of our intrepid viewers. And don't forget, the reason he's on is because we're opening the floor each and every week to our viewers, to our fans, to our anti-fans, people that think we're stupid tinfoil hat wankers. If you want to come on and tell us that we're stupid, please come on. Please come and present a counter argument. As long as you're not chatting out your ass, we will entertain it.
I know you're there on my Facebook as well.
I have been corrected live on air before. It has happened.
we've got that website up, Robert Thane. We're going to look into that
extend that
later on.
invitation to my network because plenty of people come in having a little pop at me over the
Yeah,
years.
we're going to have a
which is
little
fine.
chat about that later on.
Yeah, no,
We can-
absolutely.
We can debate. We can talk.
So we have a Mulhern
Transparency.
of the NPC meme, and I don't know the black guy tapping his head, going with a good idea. Do you know this meme?
Oh yeah. So
Who is that guy?
I don't know who this guy is, but
Okay.
it's similar to the
Well, the what if
the green
and the
green
NPC
dude.
meme. This is perfect. The NPC meme can't affect you if you have your own thoughts. I don't know about anyone else, but I've used this meme over the years, and when people get offended by it, guess who those people are?
Lefties.
They're the people that don't have their own thoughts. It's not fair to call them lefties. Word nerd is a phantom lefty or an ex-lefty.
I don't think he's anything anymore.
Proper left-wing people were the ones that had all of their own thoughts. It's the NPCs that don't have their own thoughts.
Mm.
No, I like this meme. It's making a big comeback. I like this.
Oh, yeah, I
too.
saw this.
I love this.
Yeah. What Bill Gates is going to look like after he beat the fuck out of China microchip.
Mate, he'll look worse than that. When I'm finished with him, he's going to need a Musk Neuralink
I
to
don't
put him back
think,
together
mate,
again.
he's going to leave the crater, mate, before anything happens. He's going to leave the
Stephen
crater.
Hawking
you
had a
remember
sense
my
of
meme?
humour. It's fine.
You what? What did
Stephen
you
Hawking
say?
had a sense of humour. It's fine. Stephen Hawking
Yeah, he
had a
did, yeah.
sense of humour. Apparently, he was at the BBC studio apparently one day, and someone was unplugging all the lights after they were done with the show, and it was like a technician, and he pulled the plug out the wall, and apparently Stephen went. But this.
What, they pulled the plug out of the wall in the
That's
studio?
really funny.
Shut up! He can't do that. He's
They pulled the plug out the
paraplegic.
wall, just
Oh,
closing
Lance
down
is
at the end of the
Lance.
day. And
Lance is
apparently
absolutely pulling the plug out of
Yeah,
our
pretended like
headphones
he knocked him
there.
out.
As you said
He
that, I
scared
just
the
pulled
absolute
the
living
earphone
daylight
out.
out of this technician.
Do you remember my meme about
He used to run over people's feet as well. He didn't like them. He run over their feet. Sorry, I'm ranting about Stephen Hawking.
Do you reckon
he used
he's
to run over
in
people's
control
feet.
of that
apparently.
chair, though? Do you think he's even control of the chair? I don't know.
Maybe not.
I've got my own theories about Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
What, Bill
How-
Gates is in control of the chair.
Do you remember the meme that I made?
The chair is in
Um,
control of itself.
maybe
mate,
Stephen
God,
Hawking
God,
was
God.
actually the original Bill Gates.
Let me put it this way, right? And I'm not going to go too much of a tangent here, right? Throughout our lifetime, Stephen Hawking has been heralded as the #1 mind on planet Earth. He's not just the cleverest man on planet Earth, although his IQ is only 160, which is pretty average, the same as Gates. It's no 245,
Yeah,
like Renier, yeah? He is the smartest man on Earth. They wheel him out, smartest man on Earth. He writes the book, The Theory About Everything. Here's the problem. No one has heard this guy talk for decades, right? Now, I know people think I'm a stupid conspiracy theorist, but I'm going to say this. If you were a bunch of occult Satanists that like to mock the rest of the world, I've got a funny joke for you. You tell people that the greatest mind on planet Earth has a debilitating disease where he cannot communicate. No one can see any mannerisms from him controlling the words that come out of that computer.
No.
Anyone could be saying it. Now, here's the other thing. You know the thing he's got ALS?
Yeah.
You know, he has outlived the oldest living person with ALS times 2.
Wow.
Usually they don't live past 23,
Yeah, that's
24.
right, that's right.
He lived to his late 50s. If we want to do a Jamie on this later, you can look at pictures of this guy throughout the years and watch him get younger. I personally think that this person was replaced at least a dozen times.
Wow.
To perpetrate the idea that he, because let's face it, if you want the bastion of science to give out your mainstream science and you want 100% control of it, who is easier to control than a vegetable in a remote controlled chair?
Who literally physically can't do anything about it.
And he went to Epstein Island.
Wow.
Anyway.
And he did, yeah. I mean, what were they doing? Throwing them in his lap? I mean, fucking, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, what's he getting out of it? So Greta says save the world.
Of course she does.
Fuck off, Greta. So I couldn't think of anything funny though, just tell her fuck off. This is good. What's a conspiracy theorist? Oh, what, no.
Oh, yeah.
What a conspiracy theorist, says the man bending over with a mask, a visor, taking Chinese anal swabs up his butthole.
Yep.
And the other guy said, no.
He's got the
Right.
back of the anal Schwab administer's jacket there. They've got the triangle.
Do you reckon this guy
The
is,
eye.
you know, the film They Live? Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is that who is?
I reckon it's got to be.
It's gotta be. Right. No. I'm not taking credit for this. I don't know who sent me this. Well, I found it. Guess what? The actual translation of the English word swab is into German.
Schwab.
So I hate to keep going on about this. I hate to keep saying it. But I've been telling you for months that Lord Schwab
Wants to put nanotech up your butthole.
Is it a coincidence that his surname is literally Swab?
Schwab.
Is that a
Always
coincidence?
gives you away.
He wants to swab your rectum with Schwab dust.
So let's think about it in like an Anglosphere, an English-speaking equivalent. Someone of the global elite having a surname which translates to something like, I don't know, Cotton Bud. All right, Madam Cotton Bud. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's not normal because we've had this conversation. How many Schwabs appear?
Yeah,
in absolute high-level oligarchy, high-level banking. These are not normal people. What does Fluid Poor Patriot say? Schwabba ding dong.
nice.
Larry Gallus, come on.
That's what happens. Too much YouTube and Epstein lap dances. Wheelchair voice interface Dalek.
Larry Gallus. Oh, Larry. Oh, no, you won't have the t-shirt yet. I only posted it a few days ago. I have posted your t-shirt to the Philippines, bro. Please let me know when you get it. Okay, so now we get into the glorious cure. Remember,
Lance in the comments. Dot Cotton.
Dot Cotton.
The Cotton Bud.
Dot Rotten. Okay, so glorious cure time. Vaccine side effects, how the body responds, and why being ill after the jab is good. So the Express is very reassuring. This is for the 1st of February, because obviously we know that the glorious cure is particularly effective at euthanizing people in nursing homes.
Sure.
All right. They say vaccine side effects, however the body responds, and why being ill after the jab is good. Vaccine side effects. Many people are concerned with growing reports of people falling ill and even death after a vaccine. Experts claim this is predictable. It's actually a good thing. I'll just read that again. Many people are concerned with growing reports of people falling ill and even death after a vaccine. But the experts claim this is a predictable outcome and it can actually be a good thing. It's what happened.
Can actually be a good thing.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, you know, we talk about editing the timeline. Someone showed me the screenshot of this 2 days afterwards and they've taken the word death out.
Really?
Just like they did with Captain Tom's
Yeah,
vaccine
sure.
story. Where's Magix?
He's in there. He was in the chat. I saw him earlier.
Yeah, this is weird in the corner.
Probably does some weird rabbit hole, mate.
Yeah, so look, all your favourite dark occultists are taking the jab.
Got your man Elton John.
Elton John and Michael Caine.
They said sensible celebrities were being used to endorse the vaccine. Sensible celebrities.
I tell you what, poor old Harvey. No sympathy for this bitch, though.
However, no mother should have to go through that.
No mother should have to go through it, but if you want to jump on every bandwagon,
Oh, of course, yeah.
you want to be a media whore when you don't need the money.
Yeah.
You don't want to, at the end of the day, her son has. I have no idea what caused his condition. He's quite severely
Yeah,
disabled.
they said it's allergic reaction, didn't they?
Allergic reaction.
Yeah.
No. I mean, how he got like that in the first place.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know what his condition is.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got autism to me. Some severe autism, some severe learning difficulties.
Yeah, he's definitely got some mental disability.
I'm not an expert, but
Yeah, we don't tend to be experts.
we don't pretend to be experts. But why are mentally ill people and disabled people at the top of the line for the vaccines? If someone is like Harvey, right? Let's look at Harvey.
They say they're vulnerable.
Harvey is vulnerable. He doesn't look vulnerable to me. He weighs 20 stone. He's not weak. He hasn't got a bad immune system. He's not dying, is he? The kid is strong.
He's a big guy.
He's a big kid. He overeats. He's got mental illness. Again, I might get shot down in flames here. I don't see why someone with his condition is more fitting to have a vaccine. Is it because they wouldn't, because of their mental disabilities, they wouldn't follow social distancing? I don't know. But all I know is she soon took that Jab Army t-shirt off. I wonder how much money she got paid to wear that.
Jab Army.
Jab Army. I wonder how much she got
real?
paid. Yeah, her and a new fella, all over the mainstream, all over the tabloids.
T-shirt.
Jab Army. Go and get your jab. It's the right thing to do. 2 days later, Harvey's serious complications, serious allergic reaction, very, very ill. Let's have a look at some of the comments here.
How sad.
But this is, it's very sad, and we don't want to. One sec. Media whore love that word. Yeah, she is. It was probably the Gates spear. He's blind as well. Yeah, the poor kid.
Is he actually? I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh, right. So he's got Prader-Willi syndrome, which is, I do know a little bit about that. Prader-Willi syndrome gives you extreme learning difficulties and you can't stop eating.
Right.
I don't have any idea why that would make you more susceptible to COVID. No autistic child should take it. Yeah, some people. Listen, Jim has a vaccine damaged child who was on last week.
Oh, really?
In our group, in my group of friends online, I have 5 parents with vaccine damaged children.
Wow.
And they know it's from a vaccine. So when these people come up and say, you can't say that about autism, I just say, what would you like to say? Because one of my friends, he's a cut man in the combat sports world, and he made a very harsh comment to someone, and I won't name him, but I'll repeat the comment, right? Someone said, anyone that suggests that vaccines cause autism deserves this to happen to them.
Right.
And this guy said, you tell that to my 14-year-old son who barks like an animal and shits in a nappy all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff,
yeah,
guys.
Powerful stuff. And we're not saying that vaccines do that to everyone, but hey.
No, but there are numerous accounts, and if you're a parent, you know when your child changes, and there's countless accounts.
Last year they changed the law so they cannot say that vaccines are not linked to autism anymore. Anyway, we've got to stop talking about this. This will get us taken down.
So Clara here, she's saying that her child had a fit 5 days. This is one of
we're
my
really
old
sorry
friends
to hear that, Clara.
from years ago. And I know, she's saying that her child had when he was younger had a vaccine, and he had a fit 5 days.
In the
after.
Guardians, my sensei says to me, he trains
Big up
children.
Clara,
He's been training children in martial arts for years, and he says to me, in the last 10 years, the difference that he sees in the children coming through his class it is a world of difference. I say, what do you mean? Are they less bright? Are they more conform? He says they're just totally different creatures. He says the vaccinations. He goes, I've been teaching kids since the 80s. He said, now they have so many vaccines. He said they're just dead. They're dead behind the eyes.
Zombies.
Zombies. So Deb Allen says Katie Price will probably. What do you mean probably? The book's probably already finished.
Yeah, it's probably ready to go.
Yeah, big up Harvey. You reap what you sow. Not his fault. Poor little bastard. Right, let's move on. Well, I say move on. This is even worse. Do you know about this?
Wow, I haven't seen this.
So this woman here, 28th of January, she's a nurse in America, 14 weeks pregnant, and I'm fully vaccinated. Get the COVID vaccine to protect yourself, your baby, your family, patients, my community, rah, rah, rah. And then within 2 weeks, miscarriage, and took it down. Now, obviously, let's be real. Nobody knows if that miscarriage is because of the vaccine. I would hasten to say that having a vaccine at 14 weeks pregnant might not have been on the advisory list. Am I right? Am I wrong? Depending on the vaccine.
Well,
Again, we're not experts, guys.
we're not medical, but it doesn't sit right, does it?
Well,
Not
hey,
medically trained.
everyone's swimming in a sea of information.
But you can't eat peanut butter or certain things, but you can have a shot in the arm.
Mate, the Pfizer insert was telling the guys that were being tested with it to freeze their sperm before the testing and not impregnate anyone for 30 days afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Aye. Yeah, make sure
But
you don't have
doesn't
sex
matter.
after it for 28 days. Not that there's
Doesn't
anything,
matter.
going into your genetics or anything.
99.7% of scientists agree with the people who are funding them, so it doesn't matter, does it?
That's it.
People don't realize how much of a big issue that is as well. Because like in America, there are stories. It's probably more behind the scenes here, like everything always is in Britain. But in America, wherever all the bullshit's right out in the open, there are doctors where they get a little pen every time a pharmaceutical company gives them a little benefit. They get a free pen with it because they've recommended X, Y, or Z. And there are guys, and they're just like pens, like lined up all behind them. And they're like, because they're getting little kickbacks off the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah,
and that's always more
you know
underhanded
that
here. It's
you know
probably him, but
GPs in this
crazy
country are
in
the same,
America.
mate. You know
that's just
GPs
what
in
I'm
this
saying.
country
It's just more
get
underhanded. You don't see it as much.
£12 per jab. Like for an NHS GP, £12 per jab.
Right, and how many people, if they're being honest with themselves, have like I've had countless stories of friends who have had various problems in either mental health, where it's like, oh, you should just take beta blockers, and it's like, I've just come in, I've told you I'm feeling a bit depressed, and I've had no registered depression for years, and you're just like, take beta blockers. Are you getting paid for this? Like, are you pushing beta blockers? Because you've just like thrown that on me like that was fucking easy. I just walked in here and it's not even necessarily what I need. I might just be having a bad week. So I've had constant friends who are being suspiciously offered kind of what are kind of hardline pharmaceutical drugs for treating someone who's, at a real limit where they need something and then with something else, not just take this and go away. But it happens, isn't it?
SD in the comment section is a psych practitioner, guys. So SD, if you want to chime in, if we're getting anything wrong or if we're getting anything right, please do chime in.
Yeah, sure.
I want to say something. I made a really noticeable observation. I don't know how many years ago it was. I think it's roughly in between 3 and 5 years ago. I noticed that all of a sudden, within a space of 4 weeks, all across the mainstream media and every media in the UK, the massive mental health campaign started.
Yeah,
I'm sure everyone
huge.
remembers, right? And everyone thought, this is a great idea. This is so great. This is brilliant. We're finally going to tackle mental health. And knowing me, guess what I did? The first thing I said is, no, this is fucking bad.
This is a
This
promotion.
is very bad. And so how can you possibly say that? And I say, here's why. Right? If you study the US, Canada, and even Australia, the US especially, I'm not sure if this is still an accurate statistic. It was at one point. 1 in 3 under 12s were permanently prescribed to SSRIs.
Wow.
And for anyone that doesn't know
1
what
in 3.
SSRIs are, they're selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor drugs. So that's your Valiums, your diazepam Valium, your antidepressants, basically.
It's getting all the kids on antidepressants.
Yeah, and then I looked into the massive link between all the school shootings and how every single one of the school shooting kids was really badly hooked on antidepressants, etc., etc. And as soon as I saw that multimedia campaign happen all over the UK, every radio station, every TV, everything, everywhere, everyone's got mental illness, everyone is mentally ill. the first thing I thought is that is a drugs push. That's an advert. And everyone's like, oh, you're a stupid conspiracy theorist. And it's like, well, the more you prescribe those drugs, guess what happens? More people get depressed. And I even had a conversation with someone that was a professional health professional. And they said, no, you got it wrong. I said, no, you don't realise. When you prescribe those drugs, do you know what the number one side effect is of those drugs?
Depression
And suicidal thoughts. And they didn't know that. I schooled them. Lee Gould, you sent me an Instagram message. Lee Gould, I'll sort out your t-shirt. Don't worry. Anybody else wants me a t-shirt, wants one of my t-shirts. We've got white in the moment. We've got a couple in black, green, khaki, and red are coming. Insta _L_MC. Nice chilled show tonight, isn't it?
Yes, nice chat. I'm
Yeah,
really
good.
looking forward to Wolfie.
Oh, mate, I'm looking forward to Wolfie too, yeah. But
I'm a sucker for imagery. And when you send some of those
you
images,
just like his gimp mask.
no, I just like the symbology. It's some of the
Who that? I'm a
Who we got
psychiatric
here?
nurse. 2 guys, right? Who that? I would like your professional opinion.
chime in, guys. Come on.
Who dat? Did you notice a really marked surge in the promotion of the idea that most of the country, in one way or another, is suffering from some sort of mental illness? I did. And when did you notice it? Alicia is still asking for red. Red is coming in the next pump. Don't worry. Unruly. Yo, Lance, check the Telegram group. Just post a hip hop pro vaccination video that's going around the States. Okay, all right, we're interactive here. Let's
Let's
do
get it up.
Let's do it. That's the best thing.
Pro-vax. Interesting.
Those English guys, that vaccination guidance.
Yeah, that you showed me.
Yeah, they got taken down.
Oh, really? Well, the whole channel. Of course it did.
Right, let's get that back up. So, who sent it to me? Unruly King. King video. No. Unruly King, how did you send it? In the Rise Above
It's
chat?
not in the Rise Above.
Check the Telegram group.
I'm in the Telegram group.
Oh, here it is. Got it.
Yeah.
We can get back to normal. Let me inform you. Let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity.
Oh my God.
Unity for you and me. Yeah. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. All right. There is none higher. DMC, I will inspire. Time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine, believe it's safe to take.
Right, I'm going to
This
say
is
something. I'm going
unreal.
to say something, right? They're doing this because black people aren't taking the vaccine. This not going to convince black people to
No.
take the vaccine.
This is hip hop.
This guy is the biggest fucking. I don't like using those like coconut, whatever. He can't even fucking rap.
Let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. All right. There is none higher.
I'm the king of rock.
So who is this by?
Who paid for this? Jesus Christ. Soviet dissident. Massive weasel.
This is
Absolute.
I mean, this is a parody of itself, isn't it? This is not South Park.
No. Right, wait a minute. We need to find out what this is.
yeah. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. I found it on Twitter.
King Kai. That's got to be a piss take. Big up King Kai. Thank you very much for bringing that to our attention, bro.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I love this the interaction here.
Oh, Fluid Poor Patriot wants 2 extra large t-shirts. Oh, right. Oh, shit, we're getting loads of a t-shirt. This is the problem, right? Every week I try and sell t-shirts and I just can't keep up with it. I will go through those messages. I will get those t-shirts sorted. Right, let's get rid of this. We're getting too interactive. I can't even see the screens.
So who's the tune by? Who is that?
That's not a tune.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Who's that propaganda music
His
by?
beard looks like a massive C. Woke realist says that don't upset Pete. Guys, where's Pete? Who remembers Pete from last week?
The only person we've ever had to boot off.
Mate, do you know what?
Ever.
It was uncanny, right? Because we were showing something. You tangent hold. That's a half a tangent, half a rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
yeah,
You
yeah.
tangent
Yeah.
hold something. Someone on the screen goes Robert Seffer, and we're like, yeah, let's put on some Robert Seffer. We put on some Robert Seffer. I'm just sat here enjoying.
Triggered.
I'm just Seffering, yeah. And I'm like, it's only a matter of time before someone says he's a Nazi.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I said he's the most badass anthropologist, like fucking Nazi. And then Pete just came up with his alt-right like button board. It's like Pepe, racist dog whistle. It's like, oh dear, small-minded people. You lot absolutely wicked. Yeah, spoken word nerd is loud and crystal tonight and unscrambled. Thank you, Larry Gallus.
Excellent.
Guys, I hope you're enjoying it. Right, look at the quality. Look at the quality. 1080p. Look at the other quality. Where's Andy gone? We got some hardcore quality.
You can see my golden locks, nice.
You can even see actually colours in the room. Look at Buffton in the back.
You can see Buffton. Big up Buffton.
Yeah, 1080p all the way. Right, back to this. Oh yeah, Larry, spoken word nerd, Larry Gallus says you are crystal clear tonight. The Soviet Union is not cracking down on you, mate. Right,
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Larry.
Identifying science. I picked this up.
Through the money. Let's look at the money there.
This is a little bit old, but New South Wales, I guess, government says avoid sex during COVID. Instead, masturbate in front of your partner,
Right.
while social distancing, wearing a
God's
mask.
sake.
Right, no, I'm sorry.
That's
right?
literally what these creeps are into. That's what Louis C.K. was doing.
Hold on. Right? You want to have sex with your partner. You need to masturbate in front of them. Okay. Now, some people do masturbate over each other as part of their sexual acts. For some people, that's normal. But they want you to social distance. So you can't actually wank over someone. You have to stand on the other side of the room, looking at someone masturbating while wearing a mask.
Wow.
Now, is it just me, or is that in any other circumstance? That's arrestable behaviour.
Yeah.
What, is this okay only if you do it in a bedroom? If you do this outside, you social distance yourself from someone, you wear a mask and you masturbate at them from a distance. That's called being a pervert.
Yeah.
Why did you kick me for that? I thought he was funny. It's not my fault he was wanking into plants.
Lee, do you reckon Pete was 77th Brigade? I personally thought that 77th would come with something better. Listen, hey, has anyone else got this one? I know someone else has got it. I got an inbox message on Facebook Messenger about a month ago. It was very long. And it was like, Lance, your posts are very interesting. We've been watching them for a while. And the first 4 or 5 lines was leading into it. But then it goes, I've got some bad news. The kind of people you've been pointing out are the same people that the right-wing extremists, the neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, and and basically they're saying that anything to do with calling out cultural Marxism, anything to do with calling out international banksters, the Whoish, all of the things which you're talking about on the show, there was this whole long paragraph that was trying to convince me that I'd been radicalised into the alt-right.
Radicalised?
Yeah, and mate,
Wow.
and the crazy thing was, it was very well written. It was a whole page. And I've seen online 2 other people have received it. It is literally a 77th Brigade cut and paste.
About you?
No, it wasn't just about me. It was sent to me.
Right, okay.
But, yeah, you'll probably get one as well at some point.
Anti.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was just like you've been basically co-opted by some of the most like the people you're fighting against. Basically, that's what they were saying. Right, next slide. Because
I've had
Wolfie's coming
exactly
soon.
the same thing. I've been told I can't criticise George Soros because the right hates
Oh,
him.
really?
So I'm like,
Oh, that's
for the fact
that's
that he might be a complete and utter.
It's anti-Semitic
you know.
if you criticise George Soros. Although George Soros is the anti-Semite of all because he actually stole things off Jews and gave them to Nazis, didn't he?
He made his entire fortune from grassing up his fellow Jewish community
George was.
to Nazis. That's how he made his money. He literally went around with Nazis, pointing them out and showing them where these people hide. His own
It's the
people.
same trick
Yeah, nice
they
guy.
play with Israel. Israel's a very powerful country. There is a reality with a very powerful clique. And it's the same. But it's talking about Pete, who pulled the racist card last week. It's like We have Christians that are not really Christians that claim to be Christians and fuck it up for everybody else. George Bush claimed to be a Christian. He claimed that God spoke to him in a dream and told him to read Iraq. Tony Blair was supposed to be a Christian. We've got an extremist set of the Muslim faith fucking it up for everybody else. And it's the same, unfortunately, with Judaism and almost everything else. There are extreme sects in these groups who take things
Well,
too
this is
far
the
and fuck
thing.
it up for
Big up
everybody else.
Magics. Good evening, sir.
This is the thing, big up Magic. I said to him, I was like, all right, mate, I'll play your game. Who are we being racist towards? Are we being racist towards the Vikings, calling them Jews? Are we being racist towards Jews, saying that they're white, blonde-haired Aryan people?
Why is
Who
it?
the fuck are we being racist towards?
Why is it racist to suggest?
The history's wrong. That's
Yeah,
racist.
why is it racist? Yeah, but so, just because we might have suggested that the Vikings were Jews or the Jews are Vikings, why is that racist about a geographical location of where some group of people were born? How is that fucking racist?
Wait a minute. we're getting behind it. Zero Dragon 84 says, double LMC. I hope you responded with, but I have a beard just like Mark's. Responded to what? I do have a beard just like Mark's, but it's not as big. Lance, you're so rad. Why? What did I do? No,
You're so rad.
guys, love you lot. Absolutely love you lot.
142.
Oh, look at this one. I'm Rudy King. You fucking nailed it. The real Jews are not Jews.
There you go.
It's about the Khazars.
The
Oh,
unholy
mate,
ones.
magics. We need magics in the magic.
Yeah, we'll have a chat
Right.
later about the
Everyone knows about the fall of the Cabal last year by Janet Ozenbard. That amazing
the
documentary.
Pizzagate stuff.
The sequel to Fall of Cabal. Holy shit, mate! She goes in, mate. She
I've seen
literally,
up to episode 6.
mate. Anyway, right, back to
It's
the
a lot
slide.
to cover.
Lot to
It's
cover.
a lot to take in because the
Lot to
trouble
take
is,
in.
once you what I do when I watch something like that, I make a list, a sublet. I have a notepad and pen while I'm watching it, and I just jot things down that I want to go and then rabbit hole. But like after 2 or 3 episodes, of that I'd like a month's worth of lists to go through, and then
Have to go
It's
through it
so
pretty
much.
Look at Larry. Calling Vikings Jews might have upsetted Pete, me too. And the Vikings were pagans, not proto-Christians, like Mr. Triangles was saying. Mr. Triangles, is that Vag?
Is that God Vag? It's Mr. Triangle. It's God Vag.
Do you know what? I'm so happy sometimes, right? You lot, that guy that is God Vag as far as we know.
Yeah.
Mate, I go on Facebook, I see people talking about like the Soviet Union. I saw someone call them health Chancellor Gates.
Yeah, I saw Health Chancellor Gates
Mate,
online.
and we're not taking credit for it. This is our language that we can't together because this is a family thing. Rise Above is a family, right?
And yes, the Vikings were pagans, of course they were, but why is that a bad thing to worship the land and appreciate nature? That's, we've been taught to, the pagans are evil and dark and
We've got Wolfie. I think we should invite him
Should get him
just
in.
for the last bit. Okay, guys, he's not going to do his presentation yet, but this is one of our regular viewers. He is chopping heads off on Facebook with some of his posts.
He's here regularly, isn't he? He's always in the
I
chat.
nick a lot of his posts as well, and I put them in the
course
slideshow.
you
and I they're so
You
fucking good.
mean
Right.
thief.
We're gonna welcome Wolfie the Executioner. He's gonna sit in and have a little bit of laugh for the rest of our slideshow, and then he's gonna go deep with his presentation. The Chief Executioner of the Jazara Free World. His weapon of choice is an axe. Welcome, Wolfie the Executioner.
Thank you very much.
How you doing,
Good
bro?
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Welcome to Rise Above, mate.
Guys,
you
let us
very
know in the chat if what he's sounding like compared with us in the levels, yeah, and we can have a little adjustment.
Yeah, so you tune in almost every week, don't you, Wolfie?
I do, yeah. Great show. Actually, I don't know how I found you. I think it was your Serco presentation.
Yeah, a lot of
you
people
did.
found me through that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a hard act to follow, mate. I'm just riding off the fucking wave of that Serco speech still. But yeah, no, mate, you've week in, week out, you've been banging the comment section. I've been watching you on Facebook, picking up some of your posts and put them in the slideshow. So thanks very much for coming on, mate, and we're really looking forward to your presentation later on. But for now, we've got a few more Soviet Union things to talk about. So, right, Wuhan, Soviet 1984, wet markets, stupid bat stories. We've heard it all.
Fauci.
But Fauci, we've heard it all, and the good thing is that the real investigation, as you might have seen, Wolfie, has been done over the last 2 weeks in the mainstream media. And according to the BBC, it's really starting to look like it's extremely unlikely that it did come from the Wuhan lab. They were right in the first place, apparently. What do you reckon?
Just covering it up.
Yeah, I know. It's pathetic, isn't it? It is a rubbish attempt as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if you've seen that video that I made that we got banned when they were put on BitChute, where I showed the documents where the Chinese scientists were literally cutting and pasting the AIDS proteins straight from Wuhan. You know, they either made all that up or that's the official conspiracy theory. Who knows? But who's buying this shit, mate?
Not us. I'm not paying any Coviet credits for their shit.
They're asking you to pay more. The license fee's going up soon.
Yeah, is that right?
Right. Now you got to click over here.
Right, here we go, guys. Midwives told to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding in gender inclusive move.
The next section is something which I thought we put to bed before COVID 1984 started happening. Wolfie, did you notice all this crazy transgender stuff that was happening a few years ago?
Far leftist.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not worrying about that. I'm not commenting.
You're not commenting. All right, I'll comment. It was getting really stupid, really preposterous, and really weird. And then it seemed like COVID 1984 happened, and obviously that's a bit more important. Gender fluid people, no one cares about you. Go and wipe up your gender fluid. But in the last couple of weeks, we've got a slew of these ludicrous cultural Marxist, up is down, left is right headlines. Midwives are told to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding in a gender inclusive move. Just shut up. I mean, this speaks volumes. We've got an NPC, periods are not just for women, bleeding while trans. It's like, just reminds me of the fall of the Roman Empire. Here's another good one. Breast milk is now human milk. UK hospital trust adopt gender neutral language in maternity. Do you know what? I heard about this 2 or 3 years ago because I do MCing, boxing MCing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it was floated a couple of years ago, and it started off at train stations. So they're actually going to stop addressing people as ladies and gentlemen. You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about they're actually doing it now in parts of.
And I said from day one,
sectors.
I will never, ever, ever stop addressing people as ladies and gentlemen.
What would they expect you to address the audience as, Lance?
Hello, people.
So the class. We've all seen UFC. Ladies and gentlemen, like that. What was it? So what would you do? What would they do?
Oh, I did one in Sweden, and it was Brave Nation.
Right. Okay.
And they were an Arab company, so they weren't gender woke.
Right. Of course.
But
the other way, even.
yeah, the other way, head shoppers. But this stuff seems to be seeping its way back in. And I'll tell you what, Wolfie, I kind of like the fact that you just cannot even be bothered to comment on this stupid garbage, because this is literal mind garbage, isn't it? You've got more.
It's mind fuckery. It really is. It's just brainwashing.
Yeah, it's an insult.
I'm not going to comment on anybody's gender.
Mate.
I don't. It is. I'm not going to insult anybody's gender or anything like that. I think that's just bollocks.
If someone wants to identify as a carrot, mate, let them do it.
Exactly. And what you're seeing here is just mind fuckery. It is. It's just bullshit. Really.
I think it's designed
terrible
to demoralise us, to see how far they can push us, to see how far they have already eroded the 2.4 children.
It's just another division technique.
Yeah. Word nerd, say hello to Wolfie the Executioner.
Hey, what's up? Good evening, Wolfie.
Hello, mate.
Right. So,
what area of the Coviet land are you from, Wolfie?
I'm in Reading.
Oh, okay, not too far. Not too far.
So I'm not too far. No. You bear with me. I'm just trying to get this.
You take your time. You can see the share. You've got a share button at the bottom of your screen. That's the important thing, mate. No worries. As long as you're using my.
Bear with me.
Don't worry, mate.
When I'm ready.
Mate, worst comes to the worst, you could just ping it over to me and I can share it this end. So, do you remember that really fit, really clever press secretary that Trump had? Trump.
What's her name?
Trump.
Kaylee.
McEnany.
Yeah.
Look who's replaced her. Ginger and PC. The stock market's fucked. What are you going to do? We'll circle back to that. Did I mention we hired 3 transgendered pansexual basket weavers to run the Securities and Exchange Commission?
Of course.
It's true, though. Right. Now, I know I showed this one last week because someone in the Telegram showed it to me.
It's imagery.
And the next few slides, which I'm going to talk about, are going to be a soft introduction to when Wolfie sort of really shoved something down a rabbit hole and makes it wider in a minute. I thought you like that. So yeah,
lots of rabbit holes for you tonight.
Hey, we like a cacophony of capillaries of rabbit holes.
Cacophony, nice word.
A plethora of rabbit holes. Do you know what we're missing though? We're missing our badger. Do you know who the badger is? It's Magix.
He's here. He's here.
He's sniffing badgers around. Do they go down rabbit holes?
You're lurking.
They eat rabbits.
Yeah.
Right. So
He's magic. If you say his name enough, he'll just appear. Magix.
Sometimes. This image.
Magic.
It's architectural delight.
Do you know what Godvaj said about like the Ben stone being like lowered over the dome? So we brought this up last week. Loads of people were posting it in Telegram, right? So let's just go. Remember human vibration.
Yeah, of course.
Now she showed us that this image is to do with light. Okay, it's to do with light. It's to do with Lucifer. It's to do with the occult. It's used in logos, and it's the Freemason thing. It's many things, right? So, since she did that, I cannot stop seeing this. Obviously, I've seen the cross compasses, but this other one, I can't stop seeing it anywhere, right? Now we know it's to do with light. We know all of the connotations about this image. Seen this?
Nice.
I don't know what this is. And here's something which has been popping up on Telegram, which has been absolutely, what's the word? It's been
the symbol of Sabbath
enthralling me. There's a group called the Great Awakening, and they're using this symbol as their Telegram group. Now let's read it. The symbol of Sabimk. The Noah prophesies that the ruler of the rulers and the prophet of the prophets will become conscious on December 21st, 2020. Well, we know when that was. The day on which Zeus reunites with the primordial force and the time of Orion begins. Now, is it just me? Does that sound like the rise of the Antichrist?
Yeah, it sounds pretty occult.
Yeah. Go to the next one.
We are the Christians of today. Notice the date at the top. Was that a date? We don't know if it's a date.
Know. Like the Christians, we were threatened by the Roman dictators. They threatened us, and it will get worse.
Worse. Just like
the first Christians 2,000 years ago, the army is with us. The army and even the police, they all bear against.
They bear against the regime our symbols, as they did in the times of the early Christians. They are all with us. The regime knows it and therefore tries to replace soldiers and police officers with robots and drones. They don't trust any human being that is not made by themselves, as we do. This is the war between these two ideologies, either to trust in humans or in data. We go for humans, they go for data, but we won't make it because we won't allow them to. We won't allow them to replace humans. When the time comes and you call for all of those who wear our symbols and they will follow us, this will be the moment of our victory. Sabmik.
See, this. I don't know what to make of this because
there's number 3 at the top there.
Mate, this is all over Telegram, right?
Very strange.
That's really interesting, actually.
Yeah, please go on.
Well, I picked this up from Mark Passio, and he's really, really interesting. Mark Passio, he's
big Passio fans here, mate.
Massive Passio fan, and one of his things he was talking about the octagon, 8-sided shape.
Yes,
being around on the policeman's hat. If you look at it's the
that's right. We've discussed
8-sided star, and you make the 8-sided shape, and it's the sign of the
cube.
The double cube, hypercube. Thank you very much. Which is the symbol of slavery.
Yeah, the ongoing slavery.
Yeah, ongoing slavery.
Yeah. And this is.
But yeah, and I agree with everything that both you just said. But my understanding of this symbol is either of Lucifer, of Freemasonry, of light, or of geometry. Whereas these two posts, or these two memes, seem to be insinuating that this symbol may have been reappropriated for some kind of resistance against what they're calling the Roman Empire exemplifies.
Right.
This is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have not seen this symbol used like this before.
I think this is something we're going to have to look into.
We need to look at what this Sabink is.
Yeah, don't forget all symbols are all reconstituted by different organisations.
Do you know how much jip I've got for using the Rising Sun logo?
Oh, really?
Mate, so many people in the comment sections have told me that I'm an imposter.
Ooh.
I'm a dark occultist because I'm using the Rising Sun. Hey, you think you're doing a cool show? You've got Rising Sun on your chest. What, you think I don't know what the Rising Sun symbol
We're
means?
light occultists. We bring the light.
I schooled them. I said, listen, if you had a proper understanding of symbolism, then you would understand the way that symbols work. You would understand that it's in the intention. You understand that just because the Nazis took a swastika doesn't make it an evil symbol.
No symbol's inherently evil. Not even a pentagram. A pentagram's a very positive symbol. Not even turn it upside down, it's pretty negative.
Not even a Solomon star.
I'm going to get onto pentagrams later. Shush.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, mate, we always do this. Wolfie, we're already there. Don't worry. Right, next up. Right, now, whoever sent me this, I don't know who you are.
Oh, yeah, I saw this in our little group, yeah.
No, this is from, like the dancing nurses video, the dancing doctors video. Sure. This is from RTE, Stay at Home. So this is a broadcast on an Irish show involving emergency services, telling people to stay at home. This is very recent. Let me go down to the video. Watch.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishila Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami.
That's enough.
Right. Which should we point out first? What was the first word of the song?
I don't know.
It was Jerusalem.
Was it? I wasn't. Yeah, let's play it again. Play it again. Let's check it out.
Red Pyramid.
Jerusalem.
Oh yeah.
Ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalem owami
So we've got a huge red pyramid. We've got the emergency services casting the symbol.
We've covered in their symbols in their uniforms.
Yeah, the symbol of Lucifer. The song is about Jerusalem. So we must, I don't know whatever language is that in. I'm going to assume that the other words in that song had some other significance apart from like, Jerusalem. I mean, what is this supposed to be? What does this say to you, Wolfie?
I don't know. I'm speechless, to be honest.
Mate, honestly,
it's definitely in a cult.
I do this for fun. I would do this semi-professionally. I was really blown away by how like overtly. I mean, it's not.
So I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to propose a question. Right. I'm going to propose a question. Do you think these individuals actually work for the emergency services, or they're actors just dressed up like that?
What, those people on screen right there?
Yeah.
Irrelevant. Doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
would say
Doesn't wear costumes anyway.
emergency services people who have gained the night off to do that, or they are literally just extras, is irrelevant.
But I mean, if you were generally, wouldn't you be asking, why are we doing this? It's like some massive pyramid.
They're NPCs. They're getting paid and they're on TV. They don't understand any of that. The only people who understand that is the person that wrote it. Here's a good example, right? You know the opening ceremony for the 2012 Olympics,
No, of course.
right? You know the thing with Boris in the bed and all that stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, 2 hours before that, they had a whole Jerusalem thing in the field with the top hats and all the
Yeah.
all written by Danny Boyle, yeah? And I said to someone in the combat sports world who we get along with well, but he thinks I'm a nutter because some of the stuff about this. And he's like, why? What? Are you trying to say that Danny Boyle's in on all that? And I said, well, look at it this way. Either Danny Boyle knows the esoteric significance of those 12 lambs, those 3 olive trees, that dance there, these 64 different items of the dance. He either understands the esoteric significance of that, or someone gave him a script and he sprinkled a bit of Danny Boyle on top of it. Which you think? And he's like, oh yeah, whatever. And I was like, yeah, you can say whatever, but that ritual is the ritual of the New Jerusalem. And if you know your occult
rituals,
you can go, it's yep. And to the uninitiated, you look like an absolute weirdo.
Yeah, Do you know
what my favourite saying is? To those who were dancing must have looked quite mad to the people who couldn't hear the music.
Yeah.
And when we talk about stuff like this, when we look at this, or we look at the opening to the Olympics, and we're going, oh my God, the Rising Phoenix, how many? Oh, there's 6 of those, and people are going, what are you fucking losers? Well, perhaps you don't understand the significance of those things. So, I thought this was literally
ancient
just
symbology.
Like, whoa, this just blew me away. Next, is that? Oh yeah, that was it. That was my slideshow.
Oh, what one to finish on?
Yeah, what one to finish on? I think that was it. Yeah, absolutely, an absolute, not very high production, but a proper. There's no Rihanna. That was no Madonna, was it?
It was enough for that.
Anyway, if anyone's watching, we have 4 guests. We're HD. Let us know how the levels are sounding. I can hear myself really loud. I can hear the guests. Let us know how we're sounding, because in a minute, our special guest, Wolfie the Executioner, is going to do an awesome slideshow presentation. Before we do that, we might bust a video, but in a sec, we're just going to have a little look at the comment section, see what everybody's saying. 150 people. Boom. Dan Geach, held in Israel. What was held in Israel? What we just watched. Oh no, look, he's talking about the Madonna Eurovision halftime song.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, they love it. Robert Fain says, are they crisis actors that are on furlough?
Yeah, potentially.
Probably, yeah. Unemployed crisis actors. Yeah.
Did you see the clip? Did you see that clip of the Irish police line dancing?
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
Was it in front of a lake?
Yeah, we presented that. Yeah.
Mate, I reckon they were just getting like jealous of like the hospital workers doing the Titanics on the beds and stuff. It's like, holy shit,
it's just ridiculous.
I'm totally anti-police anyway. I believe if BLM are good for one thing, it's the defund police campaign.
Oh, what, you think they should just got to totally go?
Yeah, I think people need to grow up. People need to take responsibility for themselves. As soon as our morality increases, we know we don't actually need police.
I can tell you like Mark Passio. You're a proper like government is slavery dude.
I am, yeah.
Mate, I agree.
I want
with
my
you.
gun. Give me a gun.
Mate, I tell you what, if we're allowed guns, I would have a cabinet of absolute masterpieces. I'd have so many guns. But no, mate, I totally agree with you. Get rid of all the police. The only thing is, I agree with you in principle, but the problem is that whole defund the police thing
It's
in
the
America.
transition until that period.
No, it's not the transition. It was the thing that they had ready, waiting to replace the police instantly, which are either Chinese troops or robots. So the problem was when they say, yeah, let's defund the police. Yeah. Perhaps you haven't considered what the police are going to be replaced with yet.
You're right.
Yeah, so it's
you're right. They want to replace it with something else. their own
Yeah.
gang, their own, and that's not right. If they need to be defunded, they need to be defunded properly.
Yeah, I have a very similar conversation with someone about capitalism and money and the Great Reset. One of the first podcasts I went on to months ago before Rise Above got anywhere where it is today, I went and met these two guys, and they were like pro BLM. They hated money, hated capitalism. Money is the root of all evil. And I was like, guys, money is not the root of all evil. Money is a means of exchange. The root of all evil is usury. Charging interest on money that doesn't exist and then taking real, that's the root of all evil. They didn't understand that. So I said, listen to you. Right, I'll tell you something. You think money's evil. When money's removed, there will be a different means of energy extraction that will be replaced with. You might not like that one so much. Do you know what I mean? Because at the moment, we work 5 days a week to pay off the debt to the you-know-whos that will never pay off, and that's why we have to work so hard. But these guys, they couldn't get it into their heads that money was actually just a means of energy extraction, because the global elite don't care about money. They can just print as much as they want. It's meaningless to them. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, totally agree.
Money doesn't even exist anyway.
If you take that money out of that society and take it to another society that doesn't value that, it's worthless.
Precisely.
You know, it's only got value to people who believe it has value. So that's why
Same as
Bitcoin,
government.
cryptocurrency is just completely useless.
Well,
Yeah.
not at the moment. Why'd you say that? I mean, no, I want to hear your, because I'm into crypto at the moment. Tell me why you think it's useless.
It's only got value if it's got demand.
Yeah. So how does that differ to cash? How does that differ
It's
to
not.
cash?
It's not actually anything, is it? It's just.
Yeah, but how does that differ to cash?
It's
cash
the
we have
same.
right now.
No, it's the same. Absolutely.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
I agree. Yeah. So it's a confidence trick. It's as worth as much as the confidence in the market that's floated at that time.
Exactly. It's got
Do you know
no
what the only-
real value.
But can I say one thing? Do you know what the advantage of crypto is over whoish fiat monetary? You can't create crypto out of nothing and lend it to someone with usury. There is only a certain amount that can be mined. That's the advantage, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
But I would say you're absolutely right, you know, because we can see that the fiat monetary system is imploding before our very eyes, as it has to by its
Yes.
very design. And there will be some point in the future where the same thing will happen to the blockchain, I would imagine. It would probably have to.
If you think about it, guys, you think about. I'm with you, Wolfie. Like I'm anti-government, anti-establishment. I'm anti any hierarchical scheme or structure. Full stop. However, at the moment, obviously, the consciousness of the planet wouldn't warrant no police, because there would just be,
I agree with you, and I think it's about education.
Yeah, of course it is, absolutely. But it's going to take generations to get to that. But what I was getting at was, you could say cryptocurrency and not physical cash, but the monetary system are exactly the same thing. They're both still just a digital display.
Yes,
That's all it is.
However, at the moment, BTC, Bitcoin is decentralized.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
That new crypto yuan, the crypto shekel, those will be in
I
charge.
completely agree with the fact that cryptocurrency is better than a fiat whoish money system. However, it is just a digital display of numbers. The same as if you go to a bank and get a bank loan, they just chuck it into your digital display, and your bank account changes once you've signed it. And it goes in there.
Yeah, but they don't create out of nothing. This is what most people don't. Right? If you go into a Lloyd's Bank and say, "I want to borrow £10,000," and you open a new account, the £10,000 that they type into your screen is a brand new digital number that they print out of nowhere.
Sure,
if
that's
it
what
was
I mean.
crypto,
Yeah.
their crypto would have left their server,
And exchanged. Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, it's just that literally it's popped out of thin air at the moment. So I do get that the crypto.
I believe in the best possible outcome if this Jazara thing or this, not the Great Reset ever happens. Any other good option, it would have to be a gold-backed crypto, in my opinion.
Well, that's why they got rid of Gaddafi.
Yeah,
that's why
and Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's buying silver.
They were doing
I
exactly
hope
the
you
same
guys
thing.
have been buying silver. I hope you've been listening. I hope anyone that's been listening has at least bought just a little bit of silver if you can afford it. because in the future, silver is going to be so much more expensive than gold. Do you know why? It's going to be used in all of the green technologies, and gold won't be. Word nerd, you're back. Have you heard about that, Wolfie? I'm sure you've seen the big silver squeeze. I wasn't a bandwagon jumper. I've been doing this since 2008. But yeah, a lot of people have just rushed out and bought silver.
I'm not sure if Wolfie, can you hear us? Are you frozen now on your screen, mate?
He's frozen. Let me just boot him out. I'll boot him back in.
Should we? I mean, we've been going for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, I was about to say we'll have a break and then we'll come back to Wolf.
Should we bust a tune out?
Yeah, we'll bust
Lance,
a tune out.
Can you play your new tune?
Right, guys. Yeah, let me introduce it. Right, I've been working on something special. We've got a brand new way to show videos. You might have heard. Let me see, Wolfie. Wolfie, are you there? He's got an internet problem. All right, we'll kick him out. So, guys, you might have heard a tune I've got called Bible Code. Right, I have been working on a video for Bible Code. I hope you like it. It's not totally finished. I'm going to showcase it here for the very first time. Let me know what you think. And I want you to know. I want to know what you think of it, because this should offend someone at least. No, it's not that one. One sec. Hold the line. I can just add it like this.
It's coming, guys. Don't worry.
Share
It's here. We got
video.
it. So yeah, we're gonna get Wolfie back after a little break because you're gonna play a tune.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's 1 hour 46 minutes in. We will just we'll play a tune.
And we're gonna stop streaming
Here we
on
go.
the other.
Oh yeah, we stop. Okay.
page.
Yeah. We should have done that ages ago. Right. So if you're still watching on Double LMC, we're going to say bye bye to Double LMC. Go over to Rise Above Live. It is in the comment section. We'll get Wolfie back. One sec. There's so much going on the screen. Wolfie's back. All right,
I'm
Wolfie,
back.
you're back. Mate, we're going to play a video. We're going to have a break, and when we return, we're going to go into your presentation. This tune's called Bible Code. I've been hashing this video for 6 months. I hope there's at least 4 or 5 hate crimes in this video. It's about religious extremism, and I'm trying to really
This is
as
trigger
many
business.
people at once. If you want to ask me any questions about this, feel free straight afterwards. This is Oma Beats on production, myself, Double LMC, Bible Code.
Man hates God. Jesus said that they hated him. They will hate those who preach his gospel. Jesus Christ is the most hated man on planet Earth today. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. But God will prevail because he is the King of kings and the Lord of lords. He is the King of compassion, the lily of the valley. He is the great I am, the Alpha and Omega. He is the beginning and the last. He is the Lion of Judah.
Ask questions that are the deepest. What is a religious extremist? A terrorist with a Wahhabi thesis? Pedo priest, praying to Jesus, a rabbi, circumcising a penis, gesturing God, acting fiendish, lecturing mobs back. Who is the cleanest? Claiming we're equal, acting elitist. Listen up, there's lies in his sermons. Why's that? The vicar is vermin. Hypocrites ain't hard to determine. Gotta rise up, be wise like a serpent. Beware the saving of serpents who prey on the weak, better than burden. Dissidents are destined for burning. Indoctrination is different to learning. You know the fables are coded. Demons, angels, the meaning's eroded. Reasons known by those who devoted. Revised, rewrote and promoted. Years past, scriptures unfolded. The names changed but never demoted. Translated, wildly misquoted. Sugar-coated, violent, corrosive notions. Charged with bitter emotions. Boarded ships and sailed across oceans. Holy books, gunpowder explosions. Hiding text like Trojans. Insidious lines were spoken. Indigenous minds were broken. Many tread the path of the chosen. And then struck with a hoop full of cloven.
But many people want to curse him, but they still, he is who he is. He's Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. Jesus Christ, God's perfect man and man's perfect God. You can't say that you haven't been warned on the day of judgment. Change your ways and turn to God. Because one day you will die.
Dangerous statements. Third-degree burns and hospital patients. Far-reaching increased engagement. Fast-speaking procedure replacements. Unleashing verbal wordplay.
flame, leave them seething, gasping, belly breathing, fasting, no more eating, no more 8-bar repeating. You can't greet me with seasoned greetings when we've got preachers teaching kids Satan's teachings, degrading heathens, concrete beliefs, no reasons, false idols in league with demons across unsecular regions, imams, rabbis, priests, and deacons. From the studio to the stadium, your basic levels, I'm raising them. I drop knowledge to expand the cranium, free your mind, never enslaving them. No games, I don't play with them. I make a sample sweat gymnasium under the radar. Subterranean bars made hard with a full titanium. From the booth to the bleachers, install the truth for the mouth of the teachers. Elevate youth, Babylon's reaches, renegade disfiguring features. Purge inconsiderate creatures, from the earth to the love increases. Urge all illiterate leaders, learn my words, give birth through the speakers.
You will stand before the judgment seat, the Bible says, and he will remind you of your evil ways. You will be afraid, scared, you will not be able to say nothing. I'm telling you, you can go to a place called heaven where the streets are made of gold, the Bible says, where there's joy and peace. You can go to heaven where you would drink from the throne of God, crystal clear water, you'll never thirst. But if you go to hell, you will thirst throughout eternity.
Yeah, what are you saying? What do you guys think about that? Holy shit. I'd like to do a bit of something a little bit different, obviously, that no one is ever, that's never going to make me any money. They're never going to play that on the radio. Simply not interested. Oh my God, I'll get to him in a minute. Leave that right there.
I'll screenshot it and
yeah,
send
we'll
it to you.
screenshot it. Let's have everybody back in. What do you reckon of the tune, guys?
That was hard, mate.
More about the video. More about the video. Did you like the, what is it? What is a religious extremist? A terrorist with a Wahhabi thesis, a pedo priest praying to Jesus, or a rabbi circumcising a penis? And I actually had a Hasidic rabbi biting off a foreskin and like coughing it into a cup, just that added pizzazz. And some people think I'm weird. Anyway, welcome to our special guest tonight, Wolfie the Executioner. Big up Spoken Word Nerd, Andy PG to my left. What time is it? Oh, 9 o'clock. Early days yet. Wolfie, how are you feeling? Are you have you got your presentation ready to go?
I've kind of got it ready to go.
Kind of intro. All right. Well, I'll give you a little intro as we roll in. We'll do a couple of comments and that. It's Friday night, Wrap and Drinks. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Big up.
Done at the back.
Who did we have last week? Roxy and Jim, Really Woke Show. Awesome guests. Becky S before that.
And we had
Tayshawn,
and then
Human Vibration. Yeah,
yep.
We've had some awesome guests. We've had some absolutely awesome guests.
I think we're going to have a bit of jaw-dropping business tonight from
jaw-dropping business. Before Wolfie, can I?
Is he getting his accent?
Bring that.
Okay. I was going to do it's on the
okay.
just hoist it up on the Facebook.
Right, so I'm just going to share my screen. Let me just give these guys a little. Oh God, I've got so much going on here. One sec. So these symbols here. We've been talking about esotericism. We've been talking about deities. We've been talking about Freemasonry. We've been talking about lots and lots of different stuff. I'm going to get rid of my screen.
Deities.
Where is Wolfie's screen? There it is. Wolfie's screen. Right. So, Wolfie the Executioner, your presentation is going to be called Jar or Yarbulon. Okay. I'm just going to let you take it away, mate. Everyone that watches this show knows the kind of stuff we talk about. Occult numerology, the dark arts, dark Freemasonry, Hermeticism, all the good shit. I'm going to let you take it away, mate, and we're going to interrupt you. We're going to butt in. We're going to do everything else in between.
Yeah,
big up everyone in the comment section. This is Wolfie the Executioner. What's that? What does that say? Word of life, Jarbulon. Okay, I like that. Let's go full screen. Yeah. Okay, mate. Take it away.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I did a lot of. It's a strange word, and I did a lot of searching about this, and I was led to believe it was a Masonic god, but it's not a Masonic god. I actually found out that it means word of life, and the original, the most prevalent time it was used was in a ceremony by Aleister Crowley. So it kind of led me down a rabbit hole of what is the word of life and what does that actually mean, rather than its origins. I wasn't worried about the origin of the word. I wanted the meaning of the word. So I went down this rabbit hole. So what I'm gonna sort of present to you is very old, actually, and most of it is very simple, but it's more of how they are all connected together. Okay, so I'm going to do the presentation in kind of reverse. Okay, so I'm going to go through what is the word of life, where does it come from, and what does it